Hey everybody, Joy here. It's Friday afternoon, probably 2:23. Yeah, we have the air conditioners fixed up here. So now you could make popsicles on the light bulbs. I tell you, it's cool up here. So I actually have some hot tea in my cup. Let me take a sip of. It's really good too. This is my tea my friend Philly gave me. It's decaf, and it's from one of those expensive tea stores where you get all the little crumbled up stuff and you actually put it in a tea bag. Oh, I think it's called Blood Red Orange or something. Anyway, Friday, June 18, 2021. And we're getting ready to play a new game. I'm in my new nightgown. I told you guys yesterday or the day before that I was getting ready to make a nightgown out of this fabric after I made the top out of it. And somebody said, we want to make a nightgown. Show us how to make a nightgown. So I think this one's just the cutest one I have ever made. I love it. You cannot get more comfortable than this to sleep in. You cannot. And the most wonderful thing about making, it's really just a t-shirt. It's just a lengthened t-shirt is all it is. And the nicest thing about it is you can wear it if you have company. You can wear it if somebody knocks on the door and you have to sign for mail, or it's the FedEx or the UPS or there's even Amazon trucks now, there's everything. Lawn people. So you don't feel like, you know, you're naked or in something indecent if you're wearing this kind of a nightgown. And my life, my joy world requires that as soon as I finish making supper at night and we eat it, and Jerry and I finish the last dish and start the dishwasher, I go right into my bedroom, I take all my clothes off, and I put on one of these nightgowns that I've made. And so it's really my lounge wear, okay? Feet, I like bare feet. I'm always in my bare feet. If I get cold, I put on a pair of those little fuzzy socks, you know, you always get for Christmas, those fun, funky colored ones with polka dots and stripes and stuff. But most of the time I'm just in my bare feet. So, I want to talk about making a nightgown. It's not going to be a contest, but there is going to be a prize. There is going to be a prize. I'm going to tell you about it. I'm not going to start it yet because I'm going to tell you about it. I'm going to see if any of you even care or want to do it. I mean, if there's only half a dozen of you, hey, I was only 6 choices on getting a prize then, right? The last sew-along we did, what did we do? What did we just do? Summer? A summer sundress. And the 5th prize was a pair of earrings or bracelet made by me. Nobody even wanted it. I told the lady, hey, you won. And she's like, who cares? That's a dumb prize. So we're not going to do jewelry anymore. So for the nightgown, my thinking, this is just me. This has nothing to do with Viv. This is just me, and it's just a little thing. And I mean, we're not even calling it a so long a contest or anything. But I will have an actual start date. You can make one of these in a couple hours. A couple hours. It is so easy. But I want to show you what is so fun about making these sleep shirts. I don't know, can you call it a shirt if it's to your knees? I guess it's kind of a nightgown, right? It's really a nightgown. So what I want to do is show you the different ones I've made and what I've done to them. And so then my contest idea is for you to make 1 or 2 or 3, let's just say 1, okay? Let's just say 1. You make 1 nightgown. And you send me a picture of it. You send me a picture of it. I'll give you my email, and people can send the picture to my email. I don't know, how will I show it to you? Instagram's a royal pain. Because for one thing, Viv got a different number of pictures than I got. I'd get 50 pictures, she'd get 53. Or I'd get 64 and she'd get 45. It's just crazy. It didn't make any sense. So I don't trust Instagram. So we have to have a different way to do pictures. So, but if I do email, then you're not going to be able to see all the pictures. I'll think about that. You guys give me some ideas. Because I want to make sure that all the pictures show. I guess if you could send the pictures to me and I could make sure they got on Instagram. But this is going to be short. This is going to be 1 week at the most. 5 days. 5 days to start and finish your entire sleep shirt, nightgown, whatever we're going to call it. So I'm going to give you plenty of time to choose your pattern, choose your fabric, and then choose your embellishment. It has to be embellished. I just came up with that second. My lightning passed mine. Because that's my favorite part of making these. Not only having more than one to wear, so my poor husband doesn't have to see me in the same nightgown, which I wear, you know, as my evening clothes. He doesn't have to see me in the same one every single night of his life. But I love to either embroider it or add trim or lace or buttons to it, or use my scan and cut and add something to it. So I'm going to show you several different ones that I've made to give you the idea of what I'm talking about. This one got lace. Can you see it? Can you see the lace? The lace is not expensive at all. At least mine isn't. These are little hearts. And I got mine at Hobby Lobby. Let me show you how it comes. This is how it comes. It comes on rolls. Hobby Lobby has dozens and dozens of them, and they go on sale every month. I don't know if it's every other week or every third week, but they go on sale a lot for half price. And when I used to live 3 miles away from the Hobby Lobby, I used to go there and buy these. And so you can see they're not very long. This is 3 yards. I think most of them are 3 yards. So that's one. This is the same thing in a different color. And look at this fun one. This is a fringe. I started to put that on this, but I thought, oh my goodness, that looks very, very granny-fied. So what I put on this, I think I have it here, hold on. I have a sample here of when I was testing sewing it on. This one is a heart. And I just think it is so cute. It's very soft. It can be washed. It can be dried. Definitely be sure of that. I don't like lace because it's usually so itchy. I can't stand it, and I'm not much of a lacy person. But this stuff is soft. Let me see, is it cotton or it's polyester. 100% polyester, so there's no nylon in it and no acetate in it, so it's not itchy. So this is the hearts, and the hearts are what I put at the bottom of this, as I think I already showed you. So, super cute. So let me show you some of my others. Let me back the camera up a little bit. What I want to show you now is several that I have made. I think it's all of them that I've made actually, except for pajamas. I've made pajamas too, which are tops and pants. But these are just the sleep nightgown, like I have on, okay? So, here's one. This one does not have an embellishment. It is a dolman sleeve, which is the easiest of all to make. I don't know what the pattern was. Probably the same pattern as this. This one is a little fuller on the bottom. So that doesn't have any embellishment. So that's just a plain Jane. All you have to know is how much room you need in your bust, how much for your tummy, how much for your hip, and how long. You cannot get easier than making these gowns. It's so easy. I'll try to hang them up. I don't know if that'll work. That's one. And I showed you these as I was making them, whenever that was. Now here's another one, same pattern. This is kind of a slinky, soft knit. I'm sure they're all from Fabric Mart Fabrics or Joann one. This is just like a t-shirt knit. And this is probably Joann. Again, same dolman sleeve, but look at the embroidery I put on it. I mean, when do you use your embroidery machine? What do you use it for? I hardly ever use mine. I decided, let's embroider some nightgowns. How fun is that? And if I messed it up, I'd just get a piece of cotton and cut out a square and sew it on top of that and embellish it some other way. But but it's nice to get to use your embroidery machine. Here's another one I made. Now this one, I would not recommend this fabric. This fabric is twice as heavy as that, maybe 3 times. It is sproing. Ooh, I just tore the hem. Joy, be careful, girl. This is real springy. I don't know if you can tell. It's real thick and it's real hot. So you could wear this, sleep on your patio in Alaska, and you would be nice and warm. So another embroidery design. And hey, how come that pulled out? I didn't use my cover stitch machine for the hem, so that's why that hem just popped. But that's okay. Nobody will ever know it. Nobody's gonna crawl in my bed with a magnifying glass. Lady, there's something wrong with this hem. This one says, lights out, please. And I think I made her. I think. I'm pretty sure I did because I remember doing all these funky curls. But I could be wrong. Lights out, please. That's that one. So this one weighs twice as much as that one does, since it's the same shirt. So watch the weight. Be sure, you can make these out of your rayon and slinky knits, but when you're doing cotton knits, be sure that they're lightweight. Now, those two I used my embroidery machine with. This one I was learning my scan and cut. So, for learning your scan and cut, what a fabulous way to use this, because nobody's going to see it. You're going to wear it to bed. And so if you mess it up. I made this one. I really like what it says, and I purchased it, but I don't like that I used the sparkly gold. You can hardly see it. But same pattern, dolman sleeve, lightweight, knit, Joann's. Hobby Lobby even has some lightweight knits, and of course Fabric Mart fabric. And I need to cut that string off of that one. So this one says, no talkie before coffee. So I wish I had not used the glittery stuff, but I wanted to see what it was like. It doesn't touch my skin with the glittery part, so it doesn't itch me. If the glittery part touched me, it would be a nightmare. Now this wasn't supposed to be a nightgown. This was supposed to be a dress. You'll probably remember this. But I made a huge mess of it using my scan and cut. And I put the design on the back by mistake. This design was supposed to be on the front, but I accidentally put it on the back. And since this has bust darts, I can't very well wear the bust darts on the back of me. So I decided just find another design and put it on the front. So I got this design, cut it out with my scan and cut, put it on the front, but I put it on backwards. It probably looks right to you, but the needle should be over here and the handle should be over there. So this is a new invention for a left-handed seamstress. This is a sleeveless one. Just use a tank top pattern and lengthen it. You've seen Peggy Sagers do it. Use a tank top pattern, lengthen it to the length you want, add a hem. I've worn this one several times. Hem your blessings with thankfulness so they don't unravel. In case you're wondering what that said. And then this is the last one I brought to show you. I think this is the first one I made. Now this one I used a different pattern. This one I used a set-in sleeve. Now set-in sleeves are super easy for me. But even easier, of course, is the dolman, and then there's no seam. And so if you have sensitive skin, when I'm laying in bed or anytime, I can just feel seams. And so this doesn't bother me because it's soft, but for simplicity and for comfort, the dolman sleeve can't be beat. So this is another one that I made, and it says, wake up and smell the coffee. One would think that I like to drink coffee with all these coffee shirts. I have one that I bought at Walmart or somewhere, and it says, please wait, caffeine loading, and it has one of those bars like computers have that shows that you have to wait for the information to load. It says, please wait, caffeine loading. Oh, okay. So there I go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. But in my world, you cannot have too many nightgowns when you wear them every evening. So Jerry has to look at me in these like from 6 or 6:30 until 10 o'clock at night. And then he has to look at me in them the next morning. So fabric is inexpensive. You already have the patterns. You want to talk about patterns? Let's talk about patterns. We did this one before in several of my videos. I think we did the ABB Tee using this pattern. This is called the women's ABB Tee. It is 100% free of charge. Totally free. You print it out, then you cut out your size. It's so easy. And it comes with 3 lengths of sleeves, short, 3/4, and long. And they tell you how to put the papers together. It's very easy. So if you don't have any patterns whatsoever and you've never sewn in your whole life and you want to go buy a sewing machine and start out making a nightgown with me, here's a free pattern. All those set-in sleeves, you probably still would prefer a pattern that was a dolman. I bet you anything there's a free dolman out there. I have made this top 4 times. I have made the top as a top 4 times. But how easy would it be to simply lengthen it? We're talking about this one right here. These two are the same, aren't they? Aren't you two the same? Yeah, they're both B. Those are the same. Dolman sleeve and just lengthen it. So easy. I, of course, put a FBA in mine. You're going to be sleeping in this. You don't need to put a FBA in it unless you just want to. Just make sure you have enough room at the bust, the waist, and the hip. Add some ease to it. You are ready, set, go. The blue ones. Remember the blue ones I made recently? The pants and the top pajama set? And I used that fabric. And then I made some pants out of this and some pants out of this. And then I guess I was using the pants pattern for that. But then I also used the shirt pattern. And you can see, this is a much more drapey dolman sleeve. A lot more fullness in it. But you may like that. I've got narrow, skinny little arms. You may not. You may like a lot more room in your sleeve. But this would be so easy to just lengthen or make the shorts with it. That would be fun too. So then my all-time favorite. Yeah, this is what I made the top out of because there's the fabric. And I don't know why this doesn't have 16 patches on it because I make this all the time. Remember my Material Girl shirt? This is the dolman sleeve top from Fit Nice Systems, Judy Kessinger. That's the Material Girl top. Now that certainly could be a nightgown, lengthen it to your knees, or it could be a nightgown shirt, a sleep shirt. I mean, it could be anything. You know, it just depends on what you want to do with it. So, where did I get this from? It is from the Fit Nice System. This is her book. I actually won one of her books yesterday. And of course, I already have her book. So I said, okay if I use your book and give it away? She said, sure, for sure. So I'm going to give, this book's over $100. I think it's like $125. $125. I'm going to give it away. But I'm going to give it away to my choice of what I think is the cutest nightgown. Whoever makes the cutest one with the funnest embroidery or scan and cut or paint or lace or buttons or trim or zippers or whatever. But it needs to be a night shirt. We are not making a negligee. We're not using silk and lace and all that flowy stuff. I'll just X that right off. I want t-shirt, comfortable with some kind of embellishment, and then I get to choose my very own self which one I think is the cutest or the most creative or whatever. And then I will give that person this $125 book, and you will have dozens and dozens and dozens of Judy's patterns. You will not have her master pattern. Her master pattern is a separate thing. Does she show her master pattern? Her master pattern comes separate. It is one large piece of paper. It has the front and the back and the sleeve. That's it. The front, the back, and the sleeve. And you trace it. And then you go from there. It is so, so simple. She just came out with another new book with a whole bunch of new designs in it. So, she's just super, super, super talented at taking this super simple pattern. She doesn't even do bust darts. There's no bust darts in any of her patterns. And she knows I do them. And she's like, whatever, Joy. I'm done with bust darts. I'm never doing them again. So, some people aren't as picky as I am. Most people aren't as picky as I am. They don't care if they've got lumps and bumps and wrinkles. And I'll tell you now, if you do this dolman style, you are going to have extra folds and pleats and extra fabric here and there. But who cares? This has a FBA in it. This has a round back and a sway back in it. But that doesn't mean yours has to. And of course, if you want to do one of those, I'll certainly show you how. All right? So tell me what you think. So, what do you think? Do you want to play? Would you like to do something fun that just takes a couple days? Oh, I love couple day projects. I may make 2 or 3 more while I'm getting ready for this. Because, I don't know, when should we start it? July. How about July? I don't think we have anything going in July. August is my birthday. October is the Quilt Festival in Houston, and guess who's going? Ah! I even have reservations. Okay. Figure out your pattern. Figure out your fabric. Buy some cheap fabric to start with. Go buy yourself 5 yards of plain white or plain black or plain blue. So you can mess up number 1, mess up number 2, and get number 3 and 4 and 5 just perfect. Okay? And then our husbands will be all so happy to see us in new sleeve shirts at night. I'll keep you posted on when I think I want to do it. But for now, if you want to play, however many there are that want to play, and if you don't want to play, you can watch, and I'll show you all the nightgowns everybody makes, okay? If this is all broken up and weird looking, it's because I keep coughing my head off. Allergies. If this looks a little neater than it should, it's because I've got underwear on under it. I'm wearing my new little slip I made. Remember my little slip? I won't do that when I wear it. For real. But, you know, if the whole world's going to see me in my nightgown, I didn't want my boobs down around my knees, okay? Alright. I'll be back soon. Y'all leave me some comments down there below.